medicine, medicinal breakthroughs, leading edge case studies, and really the power of you, the power of holistic quantum well-being. And as always, I honor everybody who's trusted natural health, empowered themselves, self-transformed, self-discovered, and those of you who are living the life you came to live. Why not? Today we have one of the most beautiful products ever. It's the DMSO, the dimethyl sulfoxide. And you can see it's a liquid. And we're going to be discovering more and more about it. I thought I would be able to replay the video that I recorded almost a year ago. And anyway, you're not allowed to replay a third-party video of something or other. So today, I've just brought the slides and we're going to go through it again. If you've got any questions, please do ask them, put them in the chat, and I will get there. Nice to see you all. And I'm going to start straight away with the slide. Many of you I see sitting in the chat as well have used the DMSO extensively. There's our bottle there. And dimethyl sulfoxide, that is what DMSO stands for. And that is pure plant tree sap. So we've got a 99.999% DMSO, human grade, certified. And it's from the plants, from the trees. So at the paper mill, they'll milk the bark, and the liquid that comes out is called the DMSO. Highly levitational, and that means it's going to balance you with regarding the heaviness of gravity. So we always want to be in balance with levity and gravity. Works beautifully with the almost gold, which is also levitational. And actually beautifully with everything, everything natural, and it will even enhance the effectiveness of if you are on synthetic medications, just to tell you. However, there's a caution, and I will speak to you about that a little bit later. So the DMSO is an integral part of my HIELO Quantum Wellbeing Compass and all the work that we do. You will see on my website, the 365healthybychoice.com website, you will see on the shop there, if you put DMSO in the search bar, it will come up, and then you can read the information on there. I'm going to be going through some of it and sharing some of the practical experiences we have with DMSO as well. But in the main, what is DMSO? It's a powerful free radical scavenger. And you do get free radical scavengers, for example, vitamin C, glutathione. Those are all free radical scavengers, but nothing like this. It just scavenges, and quickly. We had a man who was losing all his faculties, and he'd come out of hospital. He'd been badly treated. He hadn't been fed, and he was literally plummeting. And 9 doses later, this man had all his faculties. In fact, even an hour and a quarter later, he had all his faculties intact again. And that's the power of DMSO, the power of nature. And I think we need to get over the fact, or the belief that natural things are gentle. Yes, they're gentle because they're biological, but then they're very powerful in their activity. And that's only what I work with. Blood pressure will drop. I think I've just recently posted, in 4 hours, a client went from severe hypertension to moderate hypertension. And as the days went by, moving down now to mild hypertension. And obviously we're speaking holistically. So it's not only what we're doing, but it's in the main. It's the driving force, put it that way. Insofar as pain and inflammation are concerned, I don't think you can get anything close to this and the cell oxygen. The two of them are just a team, and they work hand in hand, reducing pain and inflammation. And you'll see a bit later, the DMSO isn't only oral. It's also topical. It works beautifully topically. So for pain and inflammation and all those diseases, amazing. Really amazing. And with all the 365 Healthy by Choice products that are in the quantum state, so plant tree sap, nothing's happened to it. It's exactly as it was milked out of the bark. They're in the quantum state. That means they have the ability to shift emotions and neurological and spiritually. So as well as obviously physically. So the quantum state nutrients work holistically, and they will help you shed emotions associated with the pain. That would be typically traditional Chinese medicine. It's the same. And that's why we need to leave nutrients in the plant state that they came in. Once we start extracting, freeze-drying, patenting the processes and so on, you've lost the holism. It becomes literally a physical response only. That doesn't teach the body. It doesn't heal emotions. And so now we start looking at the areas, bones in particular. And the DMSO penetrates the skin, gets into the bloodstream, gets into the muscles, the tissues, and in the bloodstream directly to the bones as quick as anything. We use it on the skull, the neck, the spine, the hips, down the side, those people with sciatica, any kind of chronic back pain, regarding the bones, little fingers that twisted or dislocated, shoulders, knees. A wonderful product. Do we use it with the castor oil pack inside? No, we don't, because DMSO likes to breathe. It doesn't like to be confined underneath a plastic castor oil pack. So the castor oil pack will just use the castor oil only. And the DMSO we'll use when we're washing the castor oil pack and we're done with the castor oil pack for the day. Put it that way. And that's very important. Otherwise, it's going to aggravate the skin. So muscles, I've mentioned. Massages go crazy with DMSO because literally you apply it. You don't ever rub the DMSO. You apply it, it sinks straight into the muscles. And literally those muscles soften under your fingers. The massage practitioners love DMSO. So that's a good one. Muscle strains, pains. A lot of pain is neuromuscular as well. So it will be emotional and held when the muscles have tightened, have actually pulled the bone to the side. Blood clots and vasodilation. Well, you can see there, we actually call it the declot shot. On sale at the moment, just to tell you, the declot shot. And literally I can do the live blood under the microscope. You can see all the denseness, the rouleau, the red blood cells stuck together. Take a glass of the DMSO, and within 10 minutes, you put another blood sample under the microscope, and you can actually see the red blood cells coming off the clots, literally breaking off in front of you. The whole blood picture is different. It's vibrant. There's movement. There's more zeta potential. So it acts literally within minutes, you can say. In fact, if you put it on where you saw, people will tell you it's already feeling better, and they've just put it on because it creates a heat. So blood clots, vasodilation, very, very, very important. Vasodilation, you're going to think blood pressure, of course, because if the vessels have dilated, it's going to bring down the blood pressure. I'll talk about that in a moment. And I have mentioned it already. Skin, absolutely wonderful. One of the best kept beauty secrets around. So you put a drop of the DMSO into your favorite natural organic moisturizer or hair conditioner, and you will see the difference. Suddenly there's cellular communication, and the skin, there's a vibration about it. It's beautiful. People ask me about my skin. So DMSO is one of my secrets, which I share. Okay, for mucous membranes of the body, the gut lining, the lung lining, the reproductive lining, the cornea of the eye. Very moisturizing, very healing, and definitely part of our repertoire, the reset program, the 4 products, the oxygen, the DMSO, the microbiome, and the flaxseed oil, because all of that is working together in a potentiated way. So membrane health, unbelievable. Collagen building. So that's a definite. Decalcifying, very important, softens the plaque. And we've got many, many, many case studies. You can even do it in a foot soak or a hand soak or an elbow soak. And literally, if it's bursitis, you can start pushing the calcium softens, and you can start, sometimes if you bump it, it starts oozing out of the elbow, for example, or the wrist, or the nodules on the skin. It absolutely softens the plaque. Of course, it's bactericidal, fungicidal, virucidal. So there's a sulfur element to it, the S, and O being oxygen. So nothing's going to really survive DMSO. It's just the most natural, most wonderful product ever. You don't have to worry about what you've eaten, what you haven't eaten. But I'm going to caution you, if you are on medication, be careful, because it's going to carry the medication deeper into the cells, which means you're going to need to alter your doses. So we always like to work with people who are clear of medications, and we help them. Lots of toxins and degeneration removal. So the toxins are coming out because of the free radical scavenging and the degeneration as well. It gets softened and moved. And then we can see some other things here. It's a colorless, transparent, hygroscopic fluid. I'm going to put some into, let me just come back here and show you. So I'm going to you can actually see it's colorless, and we put the drops into the water, and it literally just dissolves in front of you. You don't even need to, you can swirl it if you like, but you don't even need to. It's just going to penetrate the whole glass. And you drink it like that. Absolutely wonderful taste. It's clean, and a couple of drops in the morning, a couple of drops in the evening, wonderful. Some people, there's a client in particular, he buys 500 ml bottles from us. And in 2 months, he's healed almost every single ailment, from gout to blood pressure to blood sugar to weight. And he looks magnificent. I can only share with you the evidence. All right. So it rose to fame due to its ability to easily pass through the skin and other biological membranes. It's a sulphur-based compound with some amazing healing properties. Some people react very quickly to the sulfur. And so it's almost like a chlorella or an iodine. It's not an allergy or an intolerance. It's just that it's worked so quickly with you. So bring the dose right down. Get yourself used to it. Stay on half a drop. Stay on 1 drop. Stay there until your body's used to it, and then you can start increasing. And you will know, by the way, how to test. You can put a drop on your wrist like that, and then just apply it, and then have a look in a couple of hours. If it's gone red, it's going to mean that you will react very quickly to the sulfur. It's organic sulfur, of course. It was first discovered as a byproduct of wood pulping. It can also be found in fruits, in the sea, and in the atmosphere. So the dry form of DMSO would be MSM. But this is far, far, far more powerful. The things that it does are incredible. Also, derivative of the manufacturing of wood paper, naturally produced biogenetic gas essential for the Earth's biochemical cycle. So that's the whole, the kelp on the sea, the algae on the lakes, and as there's respiration happening, the MSM, DMSO rises to this top and then comes down in precipitation. Sulfur is an element of the earth and is essential to life, one of the 3 main alchemical elements. It's the 8th most prevalent element in the human body. not as sulfur itself, but always in combination with other elements, most often in complex molecules and less often in simple molecules, such as DMSO. Some of the sulfurs you do have to be very careful of, like sulfate. That's not what we're talking about. Okay, other uses? Well, arthritis, all forms of arthritis, by the way, in orally and topically. So you can apply it topically, you can put it into a foot soak, and you can take the dosages orally. In water, perfect. In your fruit juice, perfect. Inflammatory diseases, joint pain and relief. So we put there cancer side effects. It's going to help the pain. Gastrointestinal disorders, I talked about that, the mucous membrane and the gut. Headaches and migraines, fibromyalgias, psoriasis, shingles, candida. So regarding the skin, if the skin's broken, I wouldn't put the DMSO because it can sting. The eczemas, tendinitis, interstitial cystitis, autoimmune, amyloidosis, scleroderma, ulcerative colitis, diabetic neuropathic pain, varicose and spider veins, absolutely. Just apply it. Burns and scar tissue, I've got many case studies there, musculoskeletal disorders. This is all on the website. You just type in DMSO in the search bar. And there's other videos that I've got on my YouTube. There must be about 3 or 4 specifically on DMSO, and others where I've used DMSO as one of my top 10 nutrients. That's why it's on sale at the moment, less 15%. Get it while it lasts. So also for auricular otitis, that would be the ears, complex regional pain syndrome, hemorrhoids, muscle spasms, bursitis, that would be that fatty inflammation, acute respiratory distress, definitely blood pressure, definitely a body that's, about to enter into a catabolic state, general stiffness and soreness, and improving the range of motion, that's for sure, and quickly. Side effects, there aren't exactly side effects, except as I said to you, if the sulfur detox is too rapid for your body, and that'll often happen if you're acidic. So it's always very important to make sure you're heading towards the alkaline state and bring the lemon juice in quickly. Temporary or local irritation of the skin, that would really be if the skin was irritated in the first place. And it will happen if you, as I say, if you put a plastic over it, it would not going to like that. Or some people would use it on the breast to soften lumps and things. But if you've got a plastic bra on, don't do that. Potentially taste. So it depends on how many drops you're wanting to put in here. And sometimes the smell of garlic, people can complain, in which case call me and we can always work around it. Can always make a plan there. And that's about it with this wonderful, wonderful DMSO. So, I urge you all, I've showed you how to use it topically. I've showed you how it looks. It's just amazing. And how to drop it into water. And you could easily take that twice a day. And it's on special, as I said to you. So it was $2.70, now it's $2.30. It was $15, it's now $13. And that's a 50 mils, and the shelf life is long. So as long as you keep the lid tight and in glass. So we've got our top 10 bestsellers on the 365 Healthy by Choice website, and then you can also book with me, and we can enhance your health journey. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 50%. You tell me what you want, and I will work with you and achieve a result one way or the other. And we do use the HIELO Quantum Wellbeing Compass, and we're looking at physical and emotional purification. And this is definitely one of my go-tos. So if there's any questions, do drop me a line. My phone number is at the bottom of the screen here. And I'd be delighted to to answer more questions of yours. And I know many of you have used the DMSO. It's got to go with you on holidays, on work events. It needs to go with you. And as I said, it's part of my reset kit, which is the 4 main products that will, reset most people. It's almost like a definite, because it's bringing the body into homeostasis. So that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week. Do pay the website a visit, press sale, and you'll see our top 10 ready and waiting for you. So take advantage. See you next week.